Hi, this is Andrew Krug, the Global Community Manager for Niantic Labs, and you're listening to the Agent Academy podcast.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/agentacademy. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle or MP3 player. And now, welcome to the Agent Academy.
Downloading latest intel package. Welcome back. I was getting worried about you.
Agent Academy, episode number 43, recorded on January 14th, 2019. I'm Agent GoonieGuy.
I'm Agent Sallybelly.
And today we've got a show with stuff in it about Ingress, and so we're going to do that right now. But first, We're going to say hi to Agent Jellybelly. See how your week's been going. I know you've been sick and stuff. So how you doing?
Hi, Agent GoonieGuy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. As you can hear, I probably sound a little better than I have the last 2 weeks. I've already said more words without choking, so that's good. Things are going well for me, except now my son's sick, so that's a whole nother experience going on. But you know, you gotta go through these things, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last week, I had Tuesday off for being sick, and I was just kind of like sitting here in my jammies, and I couldn't talk or anything without hacking. So we had that great podcast, that superb podcast about missions.
I remember that.
I'm
one.
like feeling inspired by our conversation. So I ended up making 27 missions.
What? 27?
But I know it sounds crazy, but 18 of them are my first mosaic ever.
Ooh.
So that's why, like, there's so many.
Did you put the mosaic on Instagram so people can see it?
I did not, because if I sent it to you so you could see it, but I didn't post it on Instagram because if it doesn't get approved, then I feel like, what's the point? So I'm just kind of waiting to see if it gets approved. Oh. I've never done a mosaic before, so I don't even know if they get approved these days. So it seems like stressful, you know? Because it was a lot of work too. But then the other thing too is I went in and found like some of them are kind of silly missions, so I don't expect all of them to get approved. But some of them were like, I went into small towns in Michigan, the state I live in, and I knew there were places I knew and I liked, and I thought like that would be a good mission, and I went there and they had no missions. So some of them did, but the ones that I focused on, like they would have like 6 portals, and I like struggled to make like one mission for their town. And I was like, I don't know, I felt like I got caught up in that a little bit. So 27 missions later, and then I have heard nothing back from any of them. Like no rejections or anything, which is odd because usually you get feedback from missions like super fast, but I've never done this many at once before. I may have bombarded them, and they're just like
banned you already. But I did get some back from the ones I did, I guess in December, and they were declined. But they were the Agent Academy ones. I did one up near you, kind of the places we all went to while I was up there. One in Nashville where we went around. And it seems like they either don't like having a logo at all, or they think it's copyrighted. So I sent them a response, and I assumed I wouldn't get anything back saying, no, we own the rights and all. And they basically said it was boilerplate stuff that they sent back to me about, well, read the email basically that they sent and make sure blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, that's
because I could see helpful. Like logos in general, like they wouldn't want companies making missions in Ingress with their logo because it would be seen as like a commercial or an ad type of deal. But your mission is a logo for an Ingress podcast. So it's a little different. So I don't know. Yeah, I can totally see where it is.
Actually, I changed something in the one they approved in Huntsville a long time ago. And that got approved. Like the change got approved. I'm like, maybe they don't like the same image. I think someone
over
mentioned
and over again.
Something about that.
Didn't we
But
talk about that? Like maybe just changing the color a bit on each one.
yeah. So
Then people
submit it.
Then people could do a banner Agent Academy mission series.
Well, we could do if I can.
The travel would be the worst.
Right.
Huntsville, Alabama to Detroit, Michigan.
And make those like the
Like
first
6
two.
missions.
So it's a 9-hour drive later.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you're missing all these missions in between because you want the banner to be in order.
Right. It's like, oh my God, where's next? California. Oh well, we'll see. But also, what else you been up to?
Because there's just some family stuff and everything. Like Ingress wise, just some little baby fields here and there in town. I did play some Pokemon Go because there was community day. And am I ashamed? No, not. Had a good time.
Yeah, well, you can't help it. We usually do the community days. My son plays Pokemon Go, and it's a good time to both of us get out. But this weekend I was super busy working on some videos for Ex Machina for Ko Lan. They are going to go to Ko Lan possibly if they get shows, and then they had to submit some videos, and they had asked me to edit those for them. So I did this weekend, and it was pretty much nonstop for 2 days. Thank God I already have Sojourner, or I would have missed it.
Oh wow!
Actually,
got that intense, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get out all day
Wow.
one of the days. Anyway, so and we'll link to those because I want people to see them and hopefully they're good.
Is that your whole week then? Is just working?
Well, that and I've started something new. Talking about the microfielding that you were talking about. I'm going to throw these links in chat too real quick.
Sure.
But so I did some simple math, and I figured out that if you do 4 fields a day, light up all 16 or 12 of the portals, and make 4 fields, you'll make about 1 million AP a month just doing that. Doesn't seem like much that way. Like when you're looking at, 12 million AP, it seems like a lot. But if you break it down into like, okay, just do this much a day.
Yeah.
Or twice that a day.
Now, do you have to be the person who 100% deployed on all 4 of those for your math to count?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
The math,
That's still not that much.
little,
It's a little wonky. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it was like 3 point something of those fields. So 4 is your
that's pretty good.
safety net. And so I've started doing that, and I'm trying to build a rotation out in my area so I know that, like, okay, I do the fields here on Monday, and then next Monday they'll be ready to do again because they'll decayed and they'll be ready. And so then I need to find some place for the next day, and then the next day and the next day, so I have a different area to do that. If people don't blow stuff up, which one of the areas gets hit a lot, so that's my kind of, I go back and forth there. So that's what I'm working on.
That's good. I love when places get blown up a lot because you don't have to wait for it to decay, and you run out of.
Well,
power
a lot
cubes,
is
so.
relative here. Like, it's not blown up a lot, like up where you are, where like multiple times a day. We're talking like once a week, maybe.
But it's not like
Get some
that.
activity.
Well, it depends on where you are. Like in my hometown, like my fields have been up now for 2. Like I got sick and everything, and like my fields are still up.
What?
And like the little town I live in, it's not that active, so it's fine. But yeah. Someone in the chat talking about missions is asking. Dragons for Lunch says, "Do we feel missions will be important in Harry Potter? So, would that be weird having Agent Academy in it?" I would say that's not going to be your only problem. I've seen tons of missions that are faction based for Ingress. So if that's going to be an issue in Harry, if they do import the missions into Harry Potter, they're going to have to, I don't know, either edit it out or just, have people understand that these are missions from another game, because I've seen quite a few faction based missions as I've been going through them, and banners, even entire banners. So.
And it may be something that's Ingress specific. Like the portals data will, I would assume, get pulled over just like it did for Pokemon Go. But
I hope so, because
the missions,
that's awesome stuff.
Like, it seems like Pokemon Go, their missions are kind of, they're programmed. They're all separate and...
yeah, I kind of wish they did keep, like, I could see, like, missions being pulled over into... I mean, this is speculation, but into the Wizards Unite, because in that IP, you have, like, this Muggle world, and so it could be a thing where your scanner is teaching you about the Muggle history, and so the missions then would be of this local, like, because a lot of times missions are like a tour of the town or a historic tour or something like that. So in quite a few mission cases, I could see that being something that would fit with the Harry Potter. But like Dragons for Lunch is saying, like, there's going to be those faction-based ones or very Ingress-related ones that won't make sense. Those, I don't know, like when some crazy person submits 27 in one day, it's probably a lot to go through to edit out.
Right, you screwed the whole system up for us all.
Everything. I know. I was, yeah.
Hashtag blame Zelly Belly.
Sorry about that.
We'll forgive you. So, yeah, that's that.
Situation report.
So we've got a lot of events to talk about this week that are coming up, and of course the show, as you obviously know if you're here now, is now being recorded on Monday nights, same time, 8 p.m. Central, and we'll try to have the episodes released by Wednesday. Last week I had them out the night of. I don't know if I'll be able to do that tonight, but I'll try. We did talk with Andrew Krug, the global community manager for Ingress, and he gave us a small tip. He told us that we'll all want to keep our eyes out on the Ingress social channels over the coming weeks. At some point, there's going to be a post that Andrew seems pretty excited about that's going to announce some features that players have been asking for. Now, he did say, don't get too excited. It's not new levels or anything that big, not that major, but there should be a couple of new things released with 2.15, 2.16, or 2.17. With 2.15 is expected to be released this week, pending some final QA testing. He also said that 2.15 is going to address a bunch of bugs and performance issues and is going to be a fairly impactful release. So, as usual, the full release notes will be at the subreddit /r/Ingress Prime feedback, and that's reddit.com/r/that. And we'll put this all in the show notes. And he also wanted to mention that the AMA that he started last week is taking a while to get finalized since people are still spinning back up from vacation and being offline for the holidays. So he will get those up soon. And there's also a product offsite meeting that he's attending that he'll be able to discuss the short, medium, and long-term goals, wants, desires for Ingress Prime. So look for all that coming up soon. Go sign up for their social media accounts. I know they're doing a big push on Instagram this year, so that's a good one to go head to. And later that you can check out the Agent_Academy Instagram as well, because someone has been blowing that up. Agent Zelly Belly. What? Oh,
not this week, but yeah, he's
Okay.
That's for you. Also, so
thank you.
OPR, it's been upgraded with upgrades.
I've heard like so much talk about OPR and like it's amazing. Like you got to get in there and do your judging. It's not judging. What do they call it? But it is judging.
Yeah.
It's not judging. It's evaluation.
Reconnaissance.
Yes. The reconning. And then your submissions to portals are more important then, right? That's right. That's exactly right.
For the upgrades?
Yeah.
So I guess in a nutshell, is you get 100 agreements, which isn't just doing 100 of the OPR, submissions or reconning. It's actually getting a yay or nay for a portal either being rejected or accepted, and that's an agreement. Yes, we've agreed as a community in the OPR that this portal will either be accepted or be denied. Every time you get one of those, it will go towards your upgrades counter, and when you get 100 of those, you will get a upgrade, and you can basically an upgrade. All it does is prioritize one of your submissions in the OPR, so it'll go up in the queue. I assume it'll be almost like, everybody who gets upgrades, all their stuff will go up there in that order, and then once they get through those, it'll get to the next ones, or maybe they have a certain amount.
But we can't submit portals in Ingress Prime, so only people who have access to Redacted or Legacy are able to submit portals in order to have them upgraded.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Or, yeah. Any new portals. So, and anyone who... How do you do this? So, if you recruit someone to play Ingress and they download the new one, then after they download Prime, they can then go get Redacted, possibly. There's some weird loophole there.
Is there?
Apparently.
What? Whoa.
I'll find out the business and
man,
let you know.
That is some stuff right there.
There's a way to get around it. Don't tell Andrew I told you all that, or he's not going to give us any more of this cool information. He's not Chad, is he? Okay. So, so then the upgrades are there. It's kind of in beta. Not all agents have it yet, so keep checking OPR. And
I like it. I like doing OPR, and I think it's a great way to encourage people to do it. People, especially if going for that Onyx for OPR is kind of difficult because it's based on agreements as well. So giving people another nudge to do it is great. It's good for Ingress.
Yeah, and I think people have always kind of suggested something about this, like, hey, if we're doing OPR, shouldn't we get some sort of bonus for getting our own submissions up in the queue? And that's exactly what they did. So awesome stuff. Thanks for doing that. Also, I guess one of the things with the upgrade is you can only have 10 upgrades at once. So if you get 1,000, is that math right? It's pretty simple math, so it should be right. But if you get 1,000 agreements in, then you'll have 10 upgrades, and then I assume if you get to your 1100th one, it just won't count up. So you need to submit some portals at that point. Say 10 of them, and then they'll all... So that's one thing to keep in mind. Like, you can't pick which portal submission you do gets the upgrade. It's random. But if you only have one in there, then you're kind of picking that one. So that's one way to kind of pick your upgrade.
I guess, but who wants to sit and wait to submit a portal when you're there on location and you see one that needs to be submitted? Like, no one's gonna do. No, I'll come back next week. I'm like, no, you're gonna submit the portal.
Submit one and then go home and get yourself 100 agreements. Yeah,
well, especially because you're not always. Sometimes it's fortuitous that you're in an area. You're not gonna
Well, you can do OPR on your phone.
Convenient to always get back there.
Just sit there on your phone until you get 100 agreements and then submit that
that's
portal.
true. That's true. I guess you could. Agent Red Solo Cup did want to point out that those are randomly selected, by the way.
What? No, damn, he's in chat. That's awesome. He's if he's in there, that's one good question I wanted to know. So, but it's only your future submissions, or is it all what you have in the queue, now?
I've heard a mixed bag. I've heard people say that their stuff has been approved sooner now that they're doing OPR, but that might just be a coincidence.
Right, but the upgrades.
I
have 14 portals sitting there right now, and I get an upgrade. Is it only the portals I submit after the upgrade, or after the upgrade started, or is it just all your portals in the queue? Random. So maybe we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact, but I've heard people say that their stuff seems to be moving through quicker when they do it. So, and their stuff was already in the queue, passed. Right. But it just may seem that way because so many more people are doing OPR too.
Yeah.
And so your stuff's going to move. The more people who are doing OPR, your stuff's going to move through faster anyway. Yeah. So it's a win-win.
Cool. Also, so what else we got? We got the first Saturday medals were pushed, which is cool. I have found a backup for E&L local, so now I have E&L set up. So now I just need to find 2 resistance that will travel to the town.
Well, so you're in this like a very similar boat where no blues will work with you. Right. Right. Nothing's changed.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. There's one gent that may. So
I just like giving you a hard time about it. I'm sorry.
So we'll see. Working on that because I want to get one of those down here. So a bunch of events coming up too. Definitely want to talk about those. Be sure in February, it's going to be a big month, of course, the first Saturday, which if you go to the Agent Academy podcast website, we have now a map where you can visually see all the first Saturdays, so you can definitely tell if one's going to be closer to you or not. I'm going to see if I can work this out to actually do it with all events, because I think it would really help seeing where the events are spatially and visually on a map versus in rows.
I agree.
On a site.
The list is daunting sometimes.
And then NL1331 will be making 8 stops in Australia and New Zealand during February. So if you're near Brisbane, Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Adelaide, you know who's from Adelaide? Extreme Beyond. Yeah. Maz from the BitPad. Anyway.
Oh.
Old show we used to do. Christchurch, Wellington, and Auckland. So if you're near there, go say hi to Ethan and Andrew. You getting a vacation? Is Andrew heading over there too? He's been traveling, so I don't know if who's going to be going to that. Also, Glyph Challenge event is happening this upcoming weekend on the 19th and 20th. It is Liberate. Is the glyph. It's the opposite of capture, if you know capture. It is the question mark or the sickle or a bunch of other things. Do you have a name for it?
I always want to do one of those, and I've seen, I don't know if some of our listeners, if you follow hashtag Glyph Challenge, a lot of people they'll do the portal ones, and some of them are really creative. Some of them get cross-faction Glyph Challenge artwork going, and that's really neat to see. But also, too, some people get creative and do artistic things that's not with, like actually doing the Glyph Challenge with fielding. They'll actually like do something artistic with other means, and I don't know if those actually count towards winning, but
like it's a painting.
I just really like that there's a community, like it's almost like a fan art component to Glyph Challenge, and it's that, I don't know, I just really enjoy following that hashtag.
And I've seen some in the past that would be like, drawn in the sand or something like that.
Yeah, and I saw one cut into pizza, and
so, and I think some of those get passcodes. I believe it's the top 50 sent in get 20 passcodes, or a passcode good for 20 submissions, so you can give it out to 19 of your friends, or 20 if you want to be selfless and not use it on your own. That's also another way to do it. Also, Darsana Prime is coming in February 23rd, so it'll be the first ones. I'm going to be heading to New Orleans to represent the E&L down there, so just kind of starting to get geared up now for that and figure out, where I'll be staying. Hopefully not just in the back seat of my car or the front seat. I don't know. Any of the seats I don't really want to be staying in for the weekend. So we'll see. And if you're going, come say hi and get a card. I'll definitely bring those down, which we need to get you some cards so you can be handing out some cards.
I'll be real.
I'm a real girl. Then the next thing. anyway.
I got it.
So like we said, the first Saturday will be February 2nd. So send us your picks for that. We'd love to see action there, as well as something cool I noticed on their blog that I'm going to try to go to. I just saw it today, so I don't really know how my calendar's shaping up. But on the 25th in Macon, Georgia, there's a museum that's having an AR event, and apparently there's going to be some Pokemon Go, possibly Ingress. It says trainers and agents, which makes me think it's all their stuff. So I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a cool AR event anyway. And so I would love to go down there. So I'm going to try to head over there and see that, and hopefully I can get some pics and I don't know. Maybe there's new portals or something. I don't know. It'll be fun if I can go.
You gotta go. That's awesome.
Gotta go. So that's all the events that I know of coming up. If you know some that I haven't mentioned, please holla. And another big thing that's happening is tomorrow is the due date for the submission videos for Ko Lan. So Ingress teams all across the globe are vying to become just 2 teams, one from each faction, to go to Ko Lan to fight for a piece of the anomaly. I think it's like a key or a stone or something. Lore stuff. Blah, 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 blah. There's a bunch of web stuff that'll tell you the real answers for that, and a website for Ko Lan. But the cool thing is I got to work with one of the teams, Ex Machina, and so there's 2 videos. I put them in the chat. We will put them in the show notes as well. Go watch them. Give them some thumbs up if you like them. And it's hard work for all these teams. Like watching just all the footage that they gave me to cut together, just all the stuff they're doing and have done. It's just crazy and it's inspiring. And I know there's a ton of teams out there doing this. I know Vane, who's a good friend, is on the Timber Tigers, and they released some videos and they're great. And so it's really great to see all these teams working together and also fighting at the same time to get to go to Ko Lan. So it'll be interesting. And, maybe we should podcast live from Ko Lan when they do it. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah.
Just, so that's the news. And so next we need to know
what's in the capsule.
What's in the capsule? 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 What's in the capsule?
What is in the capsule? Oh, there was a frog.
Hi, this is Andrew Krug.
Oh, there's an Andrew in there as well. What else is in there? Is there a... Okay, you get back in there. Okay, first, Agent SJA Shamana. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but says an EMP, an electric impulse that functions as a double shield for 24 hours.
How's that work? What do you mean?
Double shield. So would that be around the portal? Maybe you could throw it on a portal, and it would be like give you 120% mitigation for 24 hours or something.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know, but it seems like just to play like the Agent Soho. It seems like what they've been kind of doing is weakening the defenses of portals to get rid of those permafield areas where people own regions constantly. And I don't mean like for a couple of days, people like areas that are owned by certain factions for months and months and months. Because they're so heavily fortified. Not that that's wrong. And I'm of the opinion if you're playing the game legally and you're able to keep it up, then and that's what you want to do, then that's what she said. What? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I think also, I don't know, I'm speaking out of my ass here, but I think that a lot of the changes are to make it a little more friendly to new players. Like,
Yeah.
so they get in and it's like, well, I can't even attack this thing because it's got these shields all over the place and super powerful.
What's the point of this? Yeah.
And so maybe this would be okay since it's only for 24 hours. It wouldn't be there all the time. Maybe even shorten it. Like, you're trying to hold an anchor just for that 20 minutes till you get a big field up. And so you really need some help. And so you throw on the EMP. And it does
I could see this being
double damage.
Really dangerous, though, for people who are trying to counter big fielding events.
Right? And
right?
So then you got
like, I mean, it seems like you have to have, if you're going to give one side that shield, like, what's the counter to that? You need another
the ultra
device to balance it out. Yeah.
The ultra strike. It will do triple damage
for 24 hours
to your EMP shields. But you got to throw it in the other agent's face, like the whole phone.
No,
probably
no.
Not. Probably shouldn't.
No, because there's like children playing sometimes. That would be
right.
terrible.
Don't throw it in their face.
No.
Just don't throw your phone. It's not smart anymore.
That's true too. Phones are expensive.
Okay, so yeah, that's
so
an
what?
idea.
That is an idea.
I think there's some merit there. Shannon, Zelly Belly doesn't, but do you
I didn't say it was no merit. I just have questions. That's all. I think it's worth questioning some things.
Do you want to get this next one? It's a long one.
I sure do.
Okay.
All right. Agent Pip Prime? Is it Pip Prime? Pi Prime?
I always just said Pi Prime, but it could be Pip Prime.
I'm going to do Pi Prime because I like pie. From T.S. Morpheus, we just added their link to the website. Hey guys, Agent Pi from Germany here. Despite what many people think, Ingress actually has a backstory, and there are agents who enjoy it. I knew that.
Inconceivable!
I editorialized there, sorry. Seriously crazy, right? Right now, when you play the tutorial with Prime, there are a few lines from both ADA or is it ADA? Is it ADA or ADA? I would say ADA.
ADA.
Okay. ADA and Jarvis to set the tone. How cool would it be to record a few lines before an anomaly, update the game with it, and depending on what happens during the anomaly, normal gameplay is interrupted with a message from them. For example, during the after party, ADA suddenly speaks from every scanner like, "Well done, agents. What you have done today will shape our future," or something like that. Kind of like the live events that happen in Fortnite from time to time. I hope that made sense. That does make sense. That's awesome. I love that idea. Actually, I was talking to my husband over the weekend, and it just seems like when there's a live event, sometimes we get this little blip like that a thing's happening, but I might not understand, especially like when I was first starting the game, I might not understand like what this was all about, and especially if I'm out driving around, I'm not gonna go then and research it on a computer, like if it's like a 4-hour thing and I'm already out for the day. Like, more information or just some more friendly elements like that to pull you into the story would be good, I think.
Yeah.
Because currently, right now, everything seems very out of game. Like, we had the media packets, the drop, but then those just took you to a YouTube here and there, but then those seem to stop. And to get like little voice bits like that within the game, to feel like your scanner is actually like a part of it, like that, I think would be very immersive.
Yeah, I would love for, especially in Prime, to add a new tab that was media, like so you could either save or you just keep all the media, one or the other, but where you could get media that was more than just like the upcoming event. It may be like just a piece of a puzzle that now you've got to find another agent to like work with or show and be like, oh look, hey, you put these together and you get this, and maybe you could even share them and then combine these items into some other like what was it, Roderick's Cube or whatever from Diablo. Like, you combine these items that you got from different agents and now it forms into one thing that's like a passcode that then you can share with how many ever people it took to put together or something.
I think that's a different idea, but it's kind of similar, yeah.
But it's media. I'm going with the media. That's.
I like the idea of the sound drops making it more personal and like getting out there to everybody that like there's a message there, that there's a thing happening in your game and it's talking to you. I really like that idea. But I like your idea too of the puzzle thing. I think it's a different idea.
You don't have to say that. But
I think they're both great. See how I didn't Soho either of those ideas?
I didn't Soho those ideas. I'd see how things go. Do you want to drop that code? Drop that code. This is from Agent Prime and TS Morpheus.
I didn't know if I was supposed to say that, so I like stopped. But there is an XMP loadout code. If you are driving, keep driving. Just come back to this point in the podcast later. Don't freak out. But pause here, maybe. I don't know. J97C96FUFO.
What did you tell me?
I know, right?
Who's FO? That's what we need to find out.
If that's not a real code, I'm going to be so mad. I just told everyone to FU and FO.
Oh, man. It could be. I never read it before, but when you said it out loud, I was like, what?
As soon as I said it, I'm like, what?
So try that out and let us know if it works. We did put it in the chat room too in Twitch, so it's a little bonus for people who listen to the show live.
Yeah, might get a jump on it.
And thank you, Pi Prime and TS Morpheus, for doing that. We did add your website to the community links on our podcast site, so thank y'all very much. Next one here is from a good friend of the show, Agent Arctic Rebel. So gave him a ton of mission ideas, and we have, I think, enough ideas for the next year or two from Arctic Rebel. But keep sending them in, because they're awesome. And this is a tip for new Ingress players, especially rural Ingress players. Now that quantum capsules are not duplicating VR gear, very rare gear, think about putting level 8 resonators, level 8 power cubes, and level 8 ultra strikes in them instead. Also, remember the only items you can get from a level 8 portal that you cannot get from a level 7 are level 8 power cubes and level 8 ultra strikes. Find 2 teammates and farm those level 7s to your heart's content. Good tip. Like that.
Bam. I do.
And if we didn't mention, this is going to come to a shock to Agent JBJ Plays. Gotta apologize now, but we've kind of combined our comms and what's in the capsule segments to just have all the kind of comments and ideas for Ingress into one thing. So your comms bumper, though awesome, we're gonna have to redo it a little bit. I'm gonna play it anyway in just a minute after we get done with this. Out of appreciation, because I do appreciate the fact that you sent it in. You want to get this last one here from Agent Dewey J?
Yeah, I have a couple things on Instagram too, like that people submitted this week after this that I didn't put in the show notes because I'm a terrible person. But Agent Dewey J, chain linker, when you is the idea, I guess, is that's the title of his idea, is chain linker.
Oh yeah.
So all right, I'm getting it. When used, it starts
like the link laser. This is yeah. We need shirts. Link laser. You gotta copyright these ideas, Dewey.
Or just at least write them down. Like when used, it starts with a portal in range. Then it asks for a key to a remote portal. It makes that link, and then it asks for another key. And if that portal is linkable, it links to it and asks for a third key, and so on and so on. The number of links possible is determined by the link range of the portal that you started with. It adds up each link distance as they are added, and as long as the total does not exceed the link range of the first portal, it tries to keep going. Wow. That's like some stuff, like, I throw scuds constantly because I'm just like not paying attention. Like this, I would have, the town would be a mess with this.
You just be throwing and throwing?
Yeah, because I'm like, points. Someone else will clean it up.
Right?
Oh, man. This might be better as a very rare item. I think so too, yes. Or maybe even a prototype item. Another idea here. I suggest prototype items have a limited shelf life, sort of like a shard. They may only hold up for a cycle before they degrade away. Making the chain linker a prototype will help the game balance and prevent planning ops with a bunch of chain linkers. Say hi to everyone. I will unfortunately be at work during the January 7th podcast. Catch you later. Oh, we're late on this one.
Yeah. We saved it because of the mission episode. We pushed a lot of comments.
Gotcha.
But we do appreciate them. And I believe Agent Dewey J is in the chat room. So,
what up, Dewey J?
YouTube? I'm getting words weird tonight. I think I'm stroking a little bit.
Oh, man. That's fine. Let's see. Really? In Instagram, just from our missions posts, Drex the X commented that another great show. Just wanted to respond that the longest banner I know of is the Towers of London banner at 504 missions. Wow. You can get Onyx Spec Ops with one banner. That's insane.
That is insane.
Yeah. Wow. So let's see. Any other messages? I think that's it. Pretty much he would like more notice of mission days and first Saturdays, please. They are all listed on their website, and I do understand too that can be kind of like sometimes I'll just sit there and scroll through looking for my local area too. But if you check out agentacademypodcast.com, we have an interactive map now, and hopefully that can assist you with finding things local to you, as well as the actual official site. Right, sir?
Right. Sorry, I was getting excited because I just got another portal approved.
My screen started going wonky, and I'm like, did I get cut off? Like, am I talking? Like, I wasn't sure. Okay. Like, maybe my internet went down, and he's trying to fill space. I'm not sure if I should just shut up. Okay. So that's all I got.
Well, that's awesome stuff. I do love seeing all the stuff on Instagram. Because that's pictures and stuff.
It's seeing, yeah.
So keep sending stuff there. Agent Jellybelly is manning the fort over there. Oh,
Agent Solo Cup said that there is a new filtering feature on the website that went live, so that you can so it makes it easier for you to see where your locations are
events
and such
and stuff?
For events, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
On the official site, so.
And there's a lot of changes there. They've been updating the support area as well has been updated there. I don't have like details on everything, but I know there's some things. So if you need to submit a support ticket, I believe it's handled a little differently. And if you need to report agents' actions, I think it's almost like more of a chat thing. And you may not be getting emails and responses from everything when you submit it now, which is fine because it was all pretty much the same response anyway. So there wasn't really anything you needed except verification that it went through in the first place. So you get that with the new stuff. That's about it for the show tonight, though, I think, unless you have anything else.
I think that's our show.
Then we will give out the achievement code. You can always put this in on the website to get this episodes. And I noticed, so there is a bug on the website. We added a new achievement for getting like multiple episode badges. So like if you watch 10 episodes, you get a badge for watching 10 episodes instead of just one for each. Well, the counter started from when we made that achievement, so it may take you a few more to get these, and if we can ever go back and fix that, we will. Time is a little short. We've got fields and places to get out to, so but we will get to it eventually. But you care about tonight, probably. The achievement code for tonight. Do you want to read it? You want me to do it?
It is. Okay. Sure, I can do it. It is AAKOLAN AA.
So that's AA. And go watch the videos. Go support all these teams doing amazing stuff. Big props and thanks to Ex Machina for letting me work on their video. And I hope everybody likes it. And maybe we'll see everybody. Oh, yeah. We should have changed it. We can do that next week.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that'll be next week.
You'll have to watch the show to find out what we're talking about. There's a little bonus for you there. The show's live streamed on Mondays at 8 p.m. Central and released during the week, as well as on all the audio platforms you can think of, iTunes, Google Play, and all that cool stuff. So leave us a review. We would love to hear how good and awesome we're doing, and even if we're not, we're planning...
No, don't tell us we're not. Just like...
But before we go, I do want to play, if I can find it here. Of course, I wouldn't be able to find it now. I had it up. JBJ Blaze sends us in these bumpers every so often, and he sent one in for comms, and so here it is. You're not going to be able to hear it, Shannon, but everybody else will. Here it is.
Okay.
Comes on Agent Academy, your Ingress podcast hotline for your destiny. Your ID is totally fine.
Comms. So thank you, JBJ Blaze. We do appreciate you sending those in. And if anybody wants to leave a message, just go to speakpipe.com/Agent Academy, and you can record it on your phone, on your computer, anywhere. And we'll talk about it on the next episode, as well as let us know what you want to hear for our next Camp Hilo. Just like the all missions episode. What's the next topic? OPR or portals?
I don't know. I do have one addition. I believe your birthday's coming up, right?
Possibly.
On the 17th?
Possibly.
Maybe everyone could bum Agent GoonieGuy on his birthday.
No, I don't remember. Except for someone who's listening on there. Well, that's sweet of you. And with that, we're out of here. Y'all come back next Monday. We'll see you then. Thanks for listening.
Night.